Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, everybody else, and anybody who's quarantined in their home, it's time! Even if you don't have toilet paper or hand sanitizer or whatever the hell you don't have. You know what you do have? You have News of the Squared.
Yay.
Although, I don't know. I'm not sure if Bernie will allow us to share it or what the hell else, but hey, we'll figure it out. So Ivan's here, and Mike is here, and I'm here, and you're here listening to our show. Okay, Mike, what do we got?
We'll start here because there's a lot of crap going on with, obviously, the big virus thing. We're all sick of talking about.
No, really? There's a virus?
Yeah, apparently, yes.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Nope, no clue.
And this is happening all over the world, apparently.
Really? Apparently, yeah.
Not just here in Chicagoland.
Oh, no. Where else?
Well, here's a story in France. A French mayor defends a Smurf rally after outcry over virus.
What?
Now, the mayor of a small French town on Tuesday...
Wait, hold on a second. Have they given up yet? Because they are French.
They might have surrendered already, yeah.
Yeah, we give up.
The mayor of a small French town last Tuesday defended hosting a record-breaking gathering of 3,500 people dressed as Smurfs at the weekend after accusations that the event increased the risks of spreading the coronavirus.
Now, did they dress up as the different types of Smurfs, or did they just all wear whatever the hell they wanted to and just dress
It's like
they all look the same.
They all got the white hat and the blue skin and the white outfits, and of course, all the women had to be the blonde-haired Smurfette.
Right.
That was the only girl.
Yeah, that was.
No.
I think there were more women later, female Smurfs later on.
Yeah, there was a young girl.
There was one young redhead, and then Gargamel turned himself into a Smurf, and that was the dark-haired Smurf for a little while.
I thought originally it was Smurfette, and then she ended up being a blonde or something. I don't remember. Why are we talking about Smurf origin?
Smurf. It's not Smurf canon.
Well, I mean, like, for example, it's like you could, like, none of them had any. I mean, none of them dressed up like Papa Smurf, and nobody dressed up like Handy or Vanity or any of these other ones.
No, they just like normal, regular Smurfs.
Like all the names,
like background character Smurfs.
Did you like collect the little figures there?
Yeah, what I did.
No, the answer is it was in between whatever the fuck I wanted to watch on Saturday morning cartoons, and I couldn't avoid it.
It was super big at the time, and you never liked that show, Snorks. But anyway, getting back to our story. We must not stop living. It was the chance to say that we were alive, said Mayor Patrick Leclerc of Landernau in western France told AFP. The gathering came a day before France banned all gatherings of more than 1,000 people in a bid to contain the spread of the virus, which had infected 1,400 people and killed 25 in the nation of France at the time.
So wait, 3,500 Smurfs showed up in that small town of France?
Yeah.
Did the small town give up?
Apparently not, because the Smurf Rally drew criticism, particularly from the media in Italy, which is battling Europe's most intense outbreak. Fans of the hit Belgian cartoon about a colony of blue human-like creatures living in houses shaped like mushrooms descended on Saturday at the Breton town to break the world record for a gathering of Smurfs.
You know, now that you explained that this is a Belgian cartoon, this makes all the sense
came
in the
from
world.
Belgium.
This makes all the sense in the world. This is some fucker from Belgium who's stoned out of his mind.
Well, actually, I know the origin story of that.
Is it anywhere near as interesting as some stoned Belgian who came up with houses of mushrooms and blue people?
Well, okay, no, not quite. It was done for his kids. His kid came home one day and I guess had like this concept idea, so he amped it up somehow, and then he took it back. A teacher discovered it, came back, said, "Hey, Paleo, this could be cool." Took him to the nearby newspaper. It was a strip before it became the cartoon when it got discovered.
Right.
So.
Wait, I'm confused by something. Why does
What?
the Italian media care about something that happened in France?
Because the Italian media calls it irresponsible because it significantly increases the risk of contagion if 3,500 people, regardless of how they're dressed, whether they're blue or not, they are they're risking a contagion.
Well, if the Italian media got a little bit more aggressive, I'm positive they just surrendered.
Yeah, well, right.
Yeah, I'm going to keep going with
So we've been prepping for a month, said one of the Smurfs, who gave her name as Isabel. We got our costumes from all the shops in the area, and we figured that a bit of fun... I'm sorry, what?
There's no Smurf named Isabel.
Well, she named her, or she called herself Isabel.
That's not very Smurfy.
So anyway, so they had all the costumes, so...
Did they have Smurf berries?
Maybe.
They all got stoned on them.
Somebody should have showed up as Gargamel. Yeah, the bad guy, right?
Yeah, he was the bad guy.
Somebody should have shown up as Azrael.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Now, that'd be even more creepy than someone dressing up as a...
Now that I'm thinking about that, Mike's right. That would border on play bad.
That would border on furry.
Yeah.
You know what that border on? That border on that Bad Cats musical. That's what we should all watch now that we're stuck
Oh!
That's what we should watch.
We don't want to be sick the rest of the day, man.
Stoned out of our minds.
Oh, dude, you know what?
Get the Smurf out of here with that Smurf.
If
Smurf,
we all had...
Smurf you.
Smurf you, Jeff.
Smurf you guys.
Hey, Smurf you. Hey, Ivan.
No, Smurf you, Mike, man.
Ivan, you tell Jeff he can go Smurf and Smurf.
He can Smurf himself.
All right.
Smurf.
Well,
right.
you can suck my blue Smurf.
I beg your pardon.
Smurf my Smurf berries.
Terrible.
We don't name episodes.
The language on that guy.
But suck my blue Smurf.
What's the next? What's the next Smurfing story?
I don't know. What else is? It's another one that you put up here about. Speaking of blue shit.
Blue shit.
All right, so long as we're still on Smurf shit.
Bad.
World's most extreme tattooist inks his entire body, turning himself blue.
Oh my gosh! Why?
At least he was late for the Smurf festival.
He was late. Yeah, he couldn't make it.
He couldn't find a costume, so he just did himself
Couldn't
up.
find a white hat? Come on.
Nobody did himself up all the way down.
Donnie Snyder, age 26, has become an online sensation for slowly tattooing his entire body blue. He started his craze back in 2017. A former forklift operator had become an online sensation for slowly tattooing his entire body blue. Now, he lives by his own account in a clapped-out transit bus and earns a living by selling earrings. After a handful of early tattoo attempts, his sister inked up a part of his leg and foot in turquoise in 2017. Now, speaking of his obsession, Donnie from Ontario, Canada, said, "Questions from strangers about my genitals have increased by like 10,000%.
You know what? I can't blame them for that one.
Yeah.
That would be my question, too. I'm right there with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be my smurfing thinking.
Mm-hmm. To be honest, I just like the look of it. I thought it would be neat. It's definitely striking, and I think it's a beautiful color.
Well, you know, if the ink sets, I guess go for it.
I mean, everything, like except his fingers. Everything else except his fingers.
I'm just curious.
His knees, his elbows, his. I'm sorry, what, Ivan?
I says, was his Peterbilt blue too?
That's what he asked. That's what he said the question from strangers was.
No.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Mike. What were you saying?
He said, tattoo fan continued, "I like the clean look, unladen by symbols. There's a whimsical element. I thought I'd do my part to keep things interesting, maybe make someone smile. If you've only got one life, might as well have some fun, eh?"
Yeah, he could be Tattoo Smurf.
Yeah.
Seriously. He should have been at the Smurf thing. There's no way he should have been at the Smurf thing.
Yeah, he should. You know, he lives in Ontario, not in France, though.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe he didn't know what was going on.
Maybe next year.
Well, here's the other question I have. The clapped-out transit bus, is it down by the river?
Yeah, that's right. Next to the van.
I want to know. next to the van. You were a forklift operator and you lived down by the river in a transit bus selling earrings. Really? Did you get a college education for that too? Good Lord. Good
Looks
Lord.
like the picture here from the dailystar.uk. Everything except his hands, like his fingers, the backs and palms of his hands, of his face, his eyelids, his knees, everywhere. I mean, he's in the photograph. He's like squatting, like in short pants, but it's pretty much everything except his fingers has been tattooed blue.
Wow, crazy.
Ouchie.
All right, so
what the Smurf are you thinking?
News out of New York.
With
everything going on, and us being stuck and quarantined, there was New York was having a Corona conference. Unfortunately, it was canceled because of the coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Okay, it makes
the
sense.
Council on Foreign Relations was due to hold a roundtable titled "Doing Business Under the Coronavirus," but decided to cancel it amid fears that it could lead to the spread of the deadly bug. The nonprofit think tank, the U.S. Foreign Policy and International Affairs, also called off another in-person meeting in New York, Washington, D.C., and around the country from March 3rd to April 3rd, the news outlet. The part that I laugh about the hardest is you're going to have a conference about the coronavirus, and you canceled the conference because of the coronavirus. That's just... yeah.
Wow.
That sounds like the coronavirus, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go off the page for a minute. This one is too good. There's a few on here. I'm grabbing from Huffington Post's Weird News. This one is from March 11th, and it is out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. I am badly looking for a Florida man story or a Florida woman story, but this is a New Mexico woman is facing charges after police say she stole a car and later claimed that she was pop singer Beyonce Knowles. Serena Henry was arrested Saturday in Las Cruces, New Mexico, when the officer spotted a vehicle that resembled one recently had been purported stolen. According to the court documents, the 40-year-old Henry ignored the police officer's orders to pull over and later parked in front of her home. Documents say that Henry told the officer she was Beyonce. There's gotta be... Please tell me there's a picture of this woman. Oh, here's the picture. Not even close. Not even close. This lady looks like a wrinkly old... I mean, look, for 48, this woman looks more... There's no way in hell... Why would she think she can even get away with this? Police reported that Henry told the officer she found the keys in the vehicle and decided to take it for a joyride. She also alleged to police that she didn't stop driving when she saw the emergency lights because she didn't feel like it. Well, that's honesty for you right there. Henry is charged with unlawful taking of a motor vehicle, concealing the identity, and resisting or obstructing an arrest. It is not known if she had an attorney. Probably Jay-Z, right? Call Jay-Z. He's got an attorney. I wish you could see the picture of this woman. Okay, here's the thing. If you're going to claim you're Beyonce Knowles, if you're going to claim you're Beyonce, you got to have a shot in hell of pulling this off. This woman has no shot in hell. This looks like Beyonce's grandmother. This woman looks like she has been worn down by life for 48 years
I'm
old.
Beyonce Knowles.
Okay.
I'm the famous singer.
See?
I'm going to go here because I actually posted this on my page because apparently this is the dog. This guy is awesome. Okay. I don't know if you guys have seen or heard of Kratu the rescue dog.
No.
Okay, so basically he's a rescue dog. I can't remember what country he's in. England. It's in England. So this rescue dog, I swear to God, so he's supposed to be doing this agility course. And you know how you're supposed to go through the course? Not Kratu. He runs around all over the place wherever he fucker wants to go. If he feels like going in, if he goes into the little tunnel, then he'll come back out the opposite way first and then go through the tunnel. You know, he'll go hang out and meet the people, then come back around. I swear to God, if you can find it. So apparently he came back this year and did the same stuff that he did the previous year. I guess he's done this now 3 years in a row. He's the best is it's not like he's, how do I put this? Yeah, he's being disobedient, but there is not one bone in this dog's body that shows that he's just being mean or evil about it. He's just out there having fun, wanting to meet people and talk to people and hang out and just throwing away the rules. But yeah, if you find it, it is hysterical. It's out there. I think I put it on one of my pages. What else? Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, here we go. I guess I'll keep going here for a bit.
Oh, good.
Hundreds of hungry monkeys swarm across Thai street as rival gangs fight over food after tourists who normally feed them stay away because of coronavirus. Apparently, the picture is amazing. It looks like something out of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
Hundreds of hungry monkeys are seen fighting over a single banana in Thailand after the coronavirus caused a huge drop in the number of tourists who feed them.
Oh.
The primates are normally well fed by the tourists in Lumpur, central Thailand, but visitors have plummeted because of the virus, which is gripping the world. The animals were reported to be part of two rival gangs.
Monkey gangs.
Jets and the sharks?
Monkey gangs.
They're going to do
These sharks or jets?
With the snaps?
Yeah. Want to play it?
When you're a jet, I don't know. Is Dr. Say's going to show up?
When you're a monk, you're a monk all the way from your first banana to your last dying day. When you're a monk, let them do what they can. You got brothers around with shit in your hand. You throw it around. You never get suspected. You go with your own. No company suspected. You're well protected. Then you are set with the capital M till they cart you away. When you're a monk, you're a monk all the way.
So they made up two rival gangs, and the monkeys who dwell in the city, and there are those from the temple areas who were fighting over the food. Footage shows hundreds of monkeys cross the road, then chase a single monkey which has gotten a hold of a banana. At first, the primates are seen running independently as they appear to be looking for food, but then the noise of the cries increases dramatically as dozens chase a single monkey that seems to have a banana. They seem to be jumping on it, and others as they fight over the food. Even locals who are used to seeing monkeys were shocked by the ferocity. The onlooker who captured the scene from outside a shop where she works, she says, quote, "They looked more like wild dogs than monkeys." I don't know about wild dogs. They went crazy for a single piece of food. I've never seen them this aggressive. It's. If you see the pictures, it looks like Planet of the Apes.
A planet where monkey gangs evolved from men?
Yeah, Dr. Sayus is here.
The monks and the temples.
Yes.
Dr. Sayus. That always reminds me of that. Always reminds me of that Simpsons episode with Troy McClure where he does the Planet of the Apes musical.
Musical, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. You made a monkey
That'd be
out of...
cool.
I can't remember how that song goes at the end. Oh no, I was here along. They made a monkey out of me or something. With let's see what else we got. The coronavirus cannot be cured by drinking bleach or snorting cocaine, despite social media rumors.
Okay.
Stop.
I told you we were going to get all the good. We were going to get all the good coronavirus stories. We're not going to get all the bad ones. We're going to get all the stupid, funny ones.
Yeah, doom and gloom. You can find that everywhere. But this place, hey man, we're trying to lighten things up while we're.
What do we do?
Fake cures. Other fake cures include All right, you guys want to take some guesses as to what some of the other fake cures have been broached online as a possible cure?
Yes, please.
You want to hear some of these?
Yeah.
Garlic, bleach. Here's my favorite: masturbation.
We're gonna toss one off and get rid of this thing.
Yeah. Just go on Pornhub. You'll be fine.
That's another that's another story we got lined up.
Yeah, I know. That's later. I was going to get to that. I'm saving that one for like the end. So yeah, there's that. And as I mentioned on Squares of the Roundtable podcast, it is 32 years since Rick Astley released "Never Gonna Give You Up." It started a 2-week run at number 1. Rick Astley posted this past Friday. If you've not been on their site to see the hand washing video from Charo, that is a must. You must watch it. It's on the Squares podcast page. It is absolutely everything you could imagine it would be in terms of good, bad, and horrible, and everything I would imagine. Speaking of your story that you were asking about, Mike, it's right here, which is, with the Italians in lockdown, sex toy company sees sales surge, and Pornhub spots an opportunity. This is from CNN. With millions of Italians locked down as the government takes measures to halt the spread of coronavirus, some companies have spotted a growth opportunity, literally.
Yeah, when Pornhub sees a hole, they're going to get it filled.
Yeah, that's for sure. Anytime they see growth, they're all about erecting possibilities.
Get rid of the stiff count.
Yeah, Pornhub, which is owned by Canadian company MindGeek and is one of the world's most popular pornographic sites, is offering free membership to quarantined Italians until April 3rd. How come we don't get that?
Oh, don't know.
Although I don't want to be in Italy right now. Okay, you can have Pornhub if I don't have.
Send them an email.
Yeah.
They're singing to each other in the streets. They need some.
Yeah, I know. Well, obviously they're not. You know why they're singing in the streets? Because they must not be aware they got free porn available. The X-rated adult site said that in a tweet that Italians could access premium content to help keep you company during the next weeks at home. Move that as one fan on Twitter. It's claimed over at this writing of this article, coronavirus has claimed over 1,000 lives and spread to 1,500 people. And again, this is earlier from last week. And while shoppers around the world have been stockpiling essential goods, including toilet paper and dried goods, German sex toy brand Womanizer, I didn't even know there was a sex brand named Womanizer, said sales have shot up. The company said that
I know just as what you are.
Global sales in the first 2 months of the year were 50% ahead of its forecast, which attributed to more demand in Italy, Hong Kong, and the United States, Canada, and Japan in particular. Let's see. There's a quote from the spokeswoman Joanna Reef. Many people and businesses are affected negatively by the virus, and we saw it as a challenge for us as well. The numbers are therefore rising. That's not the only thing rising if they're buying sex toys. With the prospect of long periods at home, either alone or with your partner, people are exploring new ways to make the best of the time available. Now, here's the question. How are they getting those things if everybody's in quarantine?
Don't you know?
It's not like are they letting people deliver?
Are the UPS people still? They still get mail?
DHL or some shit like that?
DHL.
I mean, people are still doing deliveries, from businesses, and they're still doing deliveries from other stores and things like that. So I guess it's still going on.
But Italy's like totally locked down. Like you can't leave the house.
Wow.
Or something like that. Let's see.
Maybe delivery by drone?
Maybe. Who knows?
Wait,
I found a Florida man story.
Florida man, yay!
I found a Florida man. Hold on, there's a few
Florida man.
Hold on, we need Rascal.
Have you guys
Wait,
ever
hold
seen...
on. As long as we're on the sex stuff, here we go. This ought to be good.
Okay. So much
Tinder
better.
warns wannabe hookups to keep social distance for COVID-19 safety.
Okay.
Tinder is warning hookup seekers to maintain a social distance to protect against the new coronavirus. How the hell does that work?
It's like that scene in The Naked Gun where he says, "I use protection," so they're both
The
wearing
body
like giant,
condoms? Yeah,
the body
seriously.
condoms over each other.
Yeah, seriously. It's difficult to maintain social distance on a date or in bed, but as the pop-up alert headline, your well-being is our number one priority, suggested the dating app, keeping social distance in public gatherings.
Okay.
Here's a message. Tinder is a great place to meet new people. That's not all you're doing when you go to Tinder. That's my projection. While we want you to continue having fun, protecting yourself from the coronavirus is more important. The alert then offers tips. Wash your hands frequently. Carry hand sanitizer. Avoid touching your face. Maintain social distance in public gatherings. How do I put this?
You pass the salt? What?
Yeah, really. I just think the whole thing's kind of funny. It's like, maintain social distance.
What'd you say?
So basically what you're telling them is mutual masturbation is what you want them to do.
Multiple circle jerks.
Yeah. Well, no, because you can't have 10 people. According
Okay.
to Trump, you can't have more than 10 people, so you can't really have a circle jerk. We've discussed this already.
Well,
Let's see.
Things you should never.
Wait, here we go. Here's a Florida story. And the Florida Senate. The Florida Senate sent Republican Governor Ron DeSantis a bill Thursday. And here's the best part. This is not a coronavirus story. Okay. They sent a bill while we're all dealing with the coronavirus. Here's a bill that got sent last Thursday to the governor of Florida. A bill that removes an entire chapter of state law regulating the telegraph industry, including $50 penalties for not properly delivering messages.
For the telegraph?
For the telegraph.
What the Are there
What?
Floridans? I don't understand, like shortwave radio or ham radios are kind of going away, but who the hell is still using a telegraph?
I don't know.
Maybe it's how the
but-
Smurf people communicate.
Yeah, maybe. La 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 la.
Yeah, right.
La, 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 la,
Yeah,
la.
Smurf you. Okay, so in the days before hashtags and texts and telegraphs were a big deal, back in 1861, dealing a death blow to the Pony Express, Florida laws regarding telegraphs haven't had any substantial changes since 1913. There haven't been any court opinions involving the statute since 1945, according to legislative analysis. So apparently they just decided they were going to remove this because apparently it was still there.
I have a friend of mine who's a former ham radio operator. He still knows his Morse code.
Well, that was one of the requirements when you were getting your ham radio license was that you had to know the Morse code.
Yeah.
I used to
Let's
know.
see what else we got.
Long ago.
I got one from Yahoo News. Australians are appalled at the quarantine Tom Hanks' use of Vegemite.
Ah.
Oh.
Now, while Tom Hanks is stuck in Australia in quarantine with the coronavirus, he seems to be trying his best to assimilate into local culture. But with a single tweet, he's made a schoolboy food-based faux pas, which has earned him some well-deserved ridicule. So basically, in an attempt to, quote, do as the Romans do, he slathered a harrowing amount of Vegemite on his toast. He says, thanks, he says in the quote, thanks to helpers, let's take care of ourselves and each other.
Okay.
And he quoted like a little kangaroo plushie holding an Australian flag with a container of Vegemite and then toast with a bite out of it with huge amounts of Vegemite on it. And so people are retweeting back saying, where were these helpers when too much Vegemite was being spread on toast? Killing coronavirus with nuclear levels of Vegemite might be our only hope.
Oh my God.
And even his son chimed in saying, I've been saying that's way too much for one piece of toast to him for years. So, nope. See, a little bit of a social faux pas there for Forrest Gump.
For Mr. Hank.
I don't think I'd ever want to try Vegemite. It doesn't look.
I was going to ask that question.
What the hell is Vegemite?
Vegemite's that thing in the Men at Work song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I still don't know. Yeah. Well, I don't know what the.
That's okay. I don't think we all.
It's made from yeast extract and various vegetable and spice additives.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like an Australian version of curry.
I guess.
I don't know. All I know is I bet if you eat it, it helps with the coronavirus.
Tom Hanks is trying to kill the coronavirus using too much Vegemite on his toast.
Yes, I think we should spread that one. I'm good for spreading this rumor. We're all about the fake.
That's what the world needs more false news.
When news breaks, we fix it. You know, that kind of thing. That's all right. So I got one here. Canadian band sets Guinness World Record for deepest concert. There was a band from Sudbury, Ontario, that sang their way into the record books on Saturday, apparently this past Saturday, when they performed 6,213 feet below sea level. You know what the best part about this is? You think this sounds amusing? This sounds weird. Here's what I haven't said yet. Here's the name of the band: Shaft Bottom Boys.
Ooh my! Mm.
Oh gosh,
he said Shaft.
That is very Smurfy.
Bottom.
Yeah.
Of course, I've been bringing back my Beavis and Butthead impressions at work because of the cornholio, because no one can get TB for their bunghole. So.
Nope.
I know those cartoons have been making the rounds.
Yeah.
They performed a 50-minute concert below sea level, 6,213 feet below sea level, in the Creighton Mine, which begs the question, why?
They wanted to play some deep cuts off their album.
Oh, that was bad, Mike.
Speaking of things that should not be seen, right now, Build-A-Bear online, get this, with the permission of Marvel Avengers, they have now got the new Loki-inspired bear.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brings mischievous trickery to any collection. Buy this collector's item now. Have you seen this thing?
No. I'm pretty sure it's just a teddy bear wearing like the horns and the spider suit, so that's cool, but that's fine. Spider pig. Oh, spider bear. Yeah.
We talked about that Tito's. We talked about that fact that Tito's vodka is begging people to stop using their vodka as hand sanitizer.
No, did we talk about that last week? I'm just going to read an article. Go ahead and read it.
Sure. Yeah. Then eventually we're going to get your Arnold Schwarzenegger thing. We should get to it here. I think we're saving that for the end, I guess. The Texas-based distillery's social media probably needs a few stiff shots right now, because apparently there's something out there that says you can use Tito's vodka to make hand sanitizer, and people have been tagging the company via Twitter to ask about it. First of all, let's just start right here. Why would you? Vodka is not inexpensive, let alone Tito's vodka. Why in the hell would you?
Well,
why would you use perfectly good vodka?
You kill the germs from the inside.
Yes, seriously. That's the better way to go.
Well, because, the water is so bad in Russia, from what I understand. That's why they only drink vodka in Russia, from what I heard. So, I don't know, man. I've heard some strange stories about what they're making their own hand sanitizer, using their own aroma oils, and what the fuck is it that they put in these?
Here's the official from Tito's vodka, in case anybody really needs to hear it. Per the CDC. The CDC! They went to the CDC. on this. Hand sanitizer needs to contain at least 60% alcohol. Tito's Handmade Vodka is 40% alcohol. Therefore, does not meet the current recommendation of the CDC. And they attached more information about this. Here's the thought. Just drink it. Just drink the damn vodka.
And just seriously. Take shot after shot after shot till you're flat on your back.
Let's see. What else is here? The former manager of the DoD aerospace threat program. UFOs are real.
Duh. Of course they are. They're smart enough to leave us alone.
That would explain the coronavirus, right?
We're just a reality show.
It could be the Smurfs. It could be a Smurf conspiracy. It'll be Smurfy. I don't feel like reading through this. I just don't. Lots of words. I'm not interested.
This article has too many words in it. Ugh.
That's too many words. There's too much crap in here.
Yeah, I was Saturday morning, or it was Sunday morning, there was going to be another Starlink launch, but they aborted it at the last second. So I was like, oh, good. I'm glad I didn't miss it, because those are so fun to watch, those SpaceX launches, because it's fun to watch the launch, but it's even cooler when the first stage booster separates and then lands on the pad again. That is so cool. That was cool.
Okay, so I think we're down to the last story.
Okay.
If you want to hit it, because Mike, you actually found this bad boy.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and his tiny horses urge people to stay home. So, okay. Arnold Schwarzenegger
is that like a cue for him being hung or something like
that?
No,
he's in his kitchen. Looks like what's in his kitchen or whatever, with two small horses.
Okay, why?
His miniature horse Whiskey and his little donkey Lulu. He has a stern message for Californians tempted to defy Governor Gavin Newsom and go out to bars and restaurants and wineries while the coronavirus outbreaks rages. He says, stay at home as much as possible, listen to the experts, ignore the morons. And he says foreheads in parentheses. We will get to this together. And of course, he posted like a 2-minute video on his Twitter, I think. Yeah. Where he says, see, the important thing is you stay at home because there's a curfew now. Nobody's allowed out, especially someone that is like 72 years old. After you're 65, you're not allowed out of the house anymore in California, so you stay at home. And he's feeding his donkey and his little miniature horse carrots. He's saying, oh, yes, that's yummy. So watch the whole thing. It's on Arnold's Twitter. I'm sure it's being shared around of course, it's on the Squares Roundtable Facebook page. You can watch it there. So, that's I stayed home. Feed your horses. Watch the Pornhub. Do it. Come on. You see that one where he's holding like the roll of toilet, like he's supposed to be holding like that scene from Commando. He's holding the rocket launcher, but somebody photoshopped a roll of toilet paper over his shoulder, and he says, come with me if you want to shit. All the toilet paper memes, they're everywhere. I wish I could share them all, but it's not humanly possible to share all of them.
There's so many.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot out there. There's just, yeah.
So we got to find the lighter. It's like we can laugh at it now, but I mean, no disrespect to the people who have, are gotten very, very sick and the people who have lost their lives. Hey, man, we got to laugh at this shit. It's our coping mechanism. You can't laugh at this shit. And what else?
Yeah, we'll find other shit for you to laugh at.
We'll find other shit for you to laugh at. We'll find it. It's our job.
We'll find something for you to laugh at.
And you don't need toilet paper for none of this shit.
That's right.
So all you need to do is find our shit.
Yeah, it'll be Smurfy.
Don't be blue, like that guy who actually made himself blue.
Actually, I guess we could. We didn't talk about this, so here locally in Chicago, so because people can't go to the shed, apparently they're letting the penguins out to go visit everything.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Apparently they're like going on like tour. They're like putting this out there as like a viral thing where they're like allowing them to like walk around and hang out.
I think what it is that it's like their mating season or some shit, so they're letting them out, and they're saying, "Oh, we're gonna stream what they do every day during mating season. You know, I mean, I'd rather go to Pornhub and watch people fuck than go around watching the static aquarium and watch a couple of penguins fuck.
No, it's not penguin screwing. I'm telling you right now. I'm looking at the pictures. They're walking around all over the place. There's nothing about them having sex.
But it's
I'm
mating
looking at
season,
it.
so they're gonna do it.
This isn't about penguin sex. They're just walking. Wait, hold on.
It's about the monkey gangs.
Because I got information from the shed here.
Send the
This morning, Edward and Annie explored the rotunda. This is not helping me in my quest, because now there's a male and a female, and Ivan... Yep, Ivan... Damn you, Ivan. They're nesting. Yes, they're nesting. So every spring, the nesting season. This year's no different. Next week, the penguins begin their nests. So apparently, they're letting them walk around. God damn it! This is what this is about.
Just letting them walk around. That's
penguin
fine.
sex. God damn it!
Penguin shit.
Smurf.
It's not very Smurfy of them.
They need to go Smurf my ass. Maybe we gotta give him some sex toys or something. Or
Don't just keep the Vegemite away from Tom Hanks.
Yeah, and the penguins.
No, I want to see them. They can use the Vegemite as lube or something. I don't care.
Send the miniature horses to take out the monkey gangs. Ah.
Yeah, really.
But the penguins
Send
on
the
their
penguins from the monkey gangs.
That's it.
P.S. That woman over there is Beyonce Knowles, even though she looks like a grandma.
Don't look at the woman behind the corner.
By the way, we'll be using the telegraph to do it too.
Yeah, we'll send next week's podcast to be a telegraph.
Yeah, seriously.
Right.
All right. If people want to add stories, how do they do that?
We're on Instagram and Twitter at SOTRT Podcast. We're on YouTube. Click the bell, subscribe. You know new content drops. Of course, all these funny stories you can find on our Facebook page. Shout out to Scott. And of course, you can find us, download us, listen to us on not just YouTube, but on Apple, Google, Spotify, Anchor, Podbean. Email us at sotrtpodcast@gmail.com.
Penguins fucking.
That's why we took the guitar away.
Seriously. Take your Smurfity Smurf and Smurf by your ass out of here.
Right. Have a Smurfy weekend and be safe.
Yeah.
Have a great night, everybody, and a great day.